What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you all are doing well. Jose here from Falcon's Garage, and today we have day 2 of detailing the Viper. Yesterday was a good day, successful day. Got a lot of things done: engine bay detailing, suspension detailing, undercarriage detailing, wheels cleaned inside and out, coated the disc brakes, coated the rear calipers, and recoated the inner liners as well because they were just shot completely white. Just shot for some reason. I don't know why, because they're never in the sun. They're literally underneath the car. But let me go ahead and show you guys the results from yesterday. Got the Viper here, and as you guys can see behind the wheel, it looks so much cleaner now and like new. And then even around the tire, it looks so much cleaner. Doesn't look dull, doesn't look faded, doesn't look white. It is now a nice rich black. And back here, same idea as well. And the caliper back here was also coated or recoated as well. So you can, well, not this caliper, the e-brake caliper. So as you can see, it looks much cleaner and nicer inside that wheel and even around as well. But yeah, so today is going to be, also I did a headlight restoration last night before I forget, and this headlight turned out amazing. The other one came out pretty good too, but it has some cracking on it. I mean, I don't really think the lens is cracking. I think these are just kind of like stress cracks. But I think that can be fixed just by wet sanding and then clearing over it again, hopefully. And then let me show you guys the engine bay one more time so you guys can see it. Looking much cleaner. The valve covers are just popping right now. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a pass on the valve covers with my 2-inch or 3-inch DA, and hopefully get those things to just pop, get the red really, like, really glossy, and yeah, just so it can just stand out whenever you open the engine bay, just so it can just scream at you. But yeah, today is going to be day 2. Got a lot of work to get done today, which is going to consist of a full exterior wash and decontamination. So iron remover and clay bar, and then yeah, and after that, then we'll pour her back into the bay and we will start the detailing or the paint correction. I don't know if we're gonna start paint correcting today. I think paint correction will start tomorrow, but I mean, if there's enough time and it's still early throughout the day, I might possibly start doing some panels. Maybe, I don't know, fender, door, or maybe just the flat surfaces for now, like the hood and the trunk. So yeah, we'll see. But let's get started. Alright guys, so we just got done washing the Viper. I'm gonna go ahead and pass a clay bar on it while it's still wet on here, and see if it picks anything up. I'll probably do like a little test spot on each panel just to be sure. Yesterday the paint kind of felt a little sandpaper-ish, so that's why I'm gonna pass it. If it doesn't pick anything up, then we're completely fine, and we could just go ahead, dry it off, and pull it into the garage bay and start the paint correction. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. Yesterday maybe it felt sandpaper-ish because maybe it did have some like dirt or dust on it. I'm not sure. The car hasn't been washed in a really long time, so that could be another thing that made it feel that way. But we're gonna go ahead and check it out now, and yeah, hopefully, I mean, it would be a huge time saver if I don't have to clay bar, but if it does need a clay bar, I will go ahead and do it. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out. Alright guys, so for those of you wondering what clay bar I use Meguiar's clay bar, even Mother's, any clay bar is perfectly fine. I like to use the Meguiar's one since it is white. You'll be able to pick up or see any dirtiness that comes off of the paint or contaminants that comes off of the paint easier with the white ones. The Mother's being yellow, it's a little more difficult. But let me go ahead and open this up and then we'll start. Got the Viper here. Got my clay bar, nibbed it, kind of got it ready already. I'm using a whole one. You don't have to use a whole one, you could use like half of one, but I don't think that the car really needs it, so that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and use a whole new one. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the surface is lubricated, so you're gonna want to like maybe pass your wash mitt with like soap and water, or you could just use water like with the power washer, but I'm gonna use soap and water in this instance. And then you just kind of want to glide it across the paint, and so far, like right now, it feels really smooth and easy to glide, so it doesn't really seem like it needs it, but when I pick it up we will find out, because usually if it feels sandpaper-ish or has any type of overspray or contaminants on the paint, it will be hard to move at first, and then it'll break loose as it starts to pick up those contaminants from the paint. But right now feels pretty smooth. It did pick up a little dirtiness, I'm not gonna lie, just a very tiny bit. Don't know if you guys can see that. So that's enough to get me to go ahead and want to clay bar the whole entire car. So I'll probably go ahead and clay bar this whole entire car. The car not being too big, it should be relatively fast. I would say maybe like an hour tops of clay barring, nothing much. I've clay barred cars that have taken me hours, but this one doesn't seem like it'll take that long. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole entire rest of the car, and then we'll see how she comes out. Alright, you guys, so I am now finishing up on day 2 here with the Viper. We did decontamination today, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain the steps of what I did. Quick and easy exterior wash. After the exterior wash, I hit it with iron remover, and then after the iron remover, I clay barred the whole entire car. Every single panel, every single nook and cranny, it's been clay barred. And right after that, I followed up with a second wash, and on the second wash I did foam it, so I did use a foam cannon, get the car all foamed up, and then gave it a nice wash. And yeah, now I just finished drying it, and the car is looking so much better. Right off the bat, I noticed that the gloss was definitely enhanced with the clay bar by itself. You can actually see reflections now. You can see the car looks very glossy now, and the car just looks extremely clean now, which I'm super excited about. The clay bar did pick up a good bit of contaminants that were in the paint. Again, guys, I passed it right after I finished washing it, so the car was perfectly clean, and it still managed to pick up, like, I passed the clay bar, and when I flipped it, it was brown. It still managed to pick up contaminants, and this is why it's always important to clay bar your cars, because even after you wash it and you think it's looking extremely clean, and it looks, you know, like clear of any contaminants and not looking dirty at all, you can still pick things up that you couldn't see because they were embedded in the clear coat. And that's exactly what the clay bar is for, and that's why it's a very important step to do in preparation for paint correction. So yeah, it did pick up a good bit of stuff. It wasn't too bad. I've seen way worse. I've done cars that the clay bar is almost like black or really dark brown, and it just keeps picking it up. And also along the whole entire car was fairly easy to move around. There's cars that I've had or dealt with in the past that the clay bar at first is kind of like stuck. Even with a bunch of lubrication, it's like stuck. It's hard to move, and then as it starts picking up the contaminants from the paint is when it starts to kind of free up and start to move freely and easily. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys what the car is looking like. So got the Viper here. It's looking beautiful, looking extremely clean. And right off the bat, like I said, guys, you can tell the gloss is definitely there, and you can pick up a lot of reflections off of the car too. I don't know if you guys can see off of the front bumper itself. You can literally see the garage, and off of the door you can kind of see or pick up the Tundra the rear end of the Tundra, and along the whole car it's like that. Also yesterday did like a headlight restoration, and this headlight came out perfect. This headlight unfortunately is cracking, so that one would have to take a step further, but as you can see the whole sky off of this. You can pick up the trees, you can pick up the roof of the house, and overall, like I said, just the gloss all around the car looks so much better. Definitely enhanced the gloss just by the clay bar step alone. And yeah, it's looking so much better. This is part of the reason why I decided to go ahead and start doing this to the Viper, and it was because I know Viper paint is amazing, very high quality and almost perfect paint from the factory. And this car was just very dull and it didn't have a lot of gloss, and Vipers tend to have like a lot of clear on them, and they're just very shiny and glossy cars. So when I saw this one and seen how dull and like non-shiny it was, or non-glossy, I just kind of like knew that over the years it's been neglected. And yeah, I decided that I wanted to change that. So this is the reason why we are doing this whole process to this car. And again, just with the clay bar, I mean, the results are insane. So I could just only imagine what it's gonna look like when I'm done paint correction, or done doing paint correction. And by the way, I'm gonna be doing a 2-step paint correction. Everything I use is Falcon'sGarage, the pads, the correcting creams, the machines, but this time I'll probably be using my DeWalt Random Orbital because it's just easier, it's cordless, easier on pickup. So yeah, but yeah, so I'll be doing a Falcon'sGarage microfiber pad because it does not need a wool pad. This car, after doing the clay bar, you know, it's in way too good of condition to be even using a wool pad. I'll probably use a microfiber cutting pad since that's a little lighter of a cut, and then following up with Falcon'sGarage black foam pad. And then yeah, after that is when I'll decide what protection I'm going to use. I don't know if I'll probably use like the ceramic coating, or maybe just do a sealant or a wax. I'm not sure. But yeah, I can only imagine what it's going to look like after that. This thing is just going to, I mean, it's going to enhance the gloss and just multiply the gloss like by a margin. And right now it's already looking good, so it's gonna be a really glossy, shiny car when it's done. But let me actually get you guys a cold start, because I haven't given you guys a cold start of the Viper since we started this. So let me go ahead and start it up, and I'll leave it running for you guys for a little so you guys can hear it. And this car sounds amazing, by the way, straight up a race car. Again, has Bellinger full exhaust headers, no cats, full exhaust, and a couple other mods done to it as well. So yeah, let me go ahead, start it up, and then let you guys take a listen to it, maybe get a couple revs in, and then I'll be putting her inside the garage bay so we can start the paint correction tomorrow on day 3.